This is Dodging Death with Stephen Williams Jr. and Ryan Paton.
Hello, fellas.
Hello, Stephen.
Hello, Stephen.
We've started much smoother than normal there.
That was a much better start.
Me and Paul timed it quite well there as well. Normally we were like jumping at each other to try and get it first.
You gave each other a nod.
Yeah, I got some devil eyes off Ryan. I was like, quite in.
Well, we should probably start by saying, Paul, you're very phlegmy over there.
I am. There may be no yawning today because we've recorded a little bit earlier. But there might be a lot of coughing, so I apologise.
Your yawn in the previous episode was like at 7:30, though.
Yeah, there's a good chance there's going to be yawning. We were out last night as well, so...
Oh, yeah. So yesterday, I met you two for some food, and then you swanned off to go to a football-themed quiz, which, of course, I could not attend.
Yeah, you weren't offended by the lack of an invite to that, were you?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, a bit.
I thought it would be one of those things, unsaid why the invite went
I would have liked the empty gesture of an invite,
Oh,
though.
really?
Yeah,
I
would.
thought you wouldn't been a fan of the empty gesture.
Oh, God, no. Thrilled with an empty gesture.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. In future, I know to give the offer, the empty gesture.
See, but now I'll know you're just doing it because you feel obliged.
I know, yeah, and I feel like I wouldn't be able to offer it with any sincerity whatsoever.
No.
So,
Purely out of guilt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, anyway, so you went to the football quiz.
we did.
We used to quiz regularly. Used to be our, like, very student days, that wasn't it?
It was Wednesday night, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, and Tuesday night?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Tuesday and Wednesdays.
We were big quizzes, is what we're saying.
Like
Yeah.
the eggheads.
You really were. Jake Mills, if you're listening.
Yet, we only won once. And I say we, so we went to this quiz for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Lost every single week, except for the time when I was at a Robbie Williams concert.
Yeah.
That's when you two won.
Yeah, evidence who the weak link was.
I think Christian was with us that week when we won.
Oh, yeah. Can we just address I was called the weak link there? I feel like we brushed over it.
Which is
Well,
correct.
it's just the evidence, isn't it?
I mean, I guess so. Exhibit A there leads you to believe there's going to be a 4-part Netflix series about that. So anyway, you went to this football quiz.
We did.
How did it go? Because without me, I assume you won.
Well,
We didn't win, but
we didn't win.
Oh, okay.
it was still great.
Yeah,
Purely because you wasn't there. But
it was hosted by Chris Kamara. Are you aware of him?
I am not aware of
Yeah,
him now.
he's like an he's a what would I describe Chris Kamara?
he's a pundit, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's
he's
just
a football pundit, but
Okay.
he's
Are we
renowned.
talking like Gary Lineker?
He's like a Gary Lineker.
Okay.
He's more of like a what's it, like a spoof pundit. Where
Well, he gets stuff wrong.
yeah.
Like on purpose?
No,
No.
unintentionally, and it's quite funny.
I mean, I could do that.
Yeah, so he became like a bit more of a TV personality now. So
Yeah.
that's why he took this quiz show like on the road.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he came to Liverpool.
Oh, so this isn't like your local pub quiz. This is like a touring
Oh,
production.
it's a
Oh, is
touring
it?
production. The production was great. They had,
How much was it
£11 a ticket
for a
And-
pub quiz?
and
No.
that was the early bird ticket as well.
I was.
Yeah.
The winnings were £500, no, wasn't it?
Oh.
Yeah,
There
it
must
was.
have-
It was.
But to be fair, there must have been 400 people there.
Oh yeah, so it was in the Camp and Furnace, which is a big event space.
Yeah.
and the whole room was packed out.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
they came for Kamara, I think.
Came in the droves. Cammy.
You can see why. You can see why they got him to headline the bill.
Oh wow.
He was absolutely pissed as anything, though, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Was he drunk?
Oh, he was drunk.
I think so. I don't know if
Yeah.
he was playing up to it, but he seems a little bit.
If he's listening and he wasn't, then we're fine.
Yeah, I'm trying to temper it.
I mean, you don't get that from Alexander Armstrong, do you? Okay, so you didn't win. Did you come on like a top tier, maybe?
Well, it was a weird quiz because you logged into an app.
Oh, see, I don't know how I feel about these apps.
But I don't mind that because it's annoying that when it's just a pen and paper, people just cheat all the time now.
Yeah, but can someone else not just Google?
No, because it's the time limit.
Yeah.
You'd have
I
to be a fast Googler, and then that's a skill in itself. So
I mean, with your thumbs, there's not a chance it's going to happen. Okay, so it's like an app that you install.
yes,
Yeah.
and you log in a team name, and
Was the app available on the Huawei?
it was. Of course
was
it was.
it?
Yeah, but it was good. It was a multiplayer app as well, so more than one member of the team could log in.
Oh, and all. You know what? Okay,
Yeah,
this is quite good.
and it worked. So whoever it took the first
The
answer.
£11 now seems cheap.
Yeah. Well, we were bowled over by the production at first. Yeah, the big old screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely it was.
I was expecting a phone with the £11, but that never turned up.
Yeah. So the quiz was going fine, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good quiz.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weirdly though, they never shown like a leaderboard
Oh,
at any
really?
point, or shown like where you're coming or how many
Yeah.
points that you got in each round. You just kind of had to keep track of it yourself.
Oh, I don't like
and
that.
and you were saying at the
Yeah.
end when they find who were the top 3 teams still at each round.
But the top
Okay.
3 seem to be the 3 of 4 teams every time. So like,
it was the same people.
It was the same people all the time. I found that.
Did you look over to
yeah.
like the Cinnamon on one of the tables?
Yeah, unfortunately, we never got a mention once.
Oh no!
Yeah.
What was your team name?
Well, it was a bit more of a football niche reference.
Shouldn't have asked that question.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
so I knew you weren't going to be a fan of this, Paul. So there was a very funny moment in like the previous World Cup from an Iranian player.
Remember I said I wasn't going to yawn, Steve?
I might join you in that
Ready
yawn,
for
Paul.
it?
So it was a very funny moment in the previous World Cup. An
Yeah.
Iranian player called Milad Mohammadi, he tried to do a somersault throw-in in the last minute
Yeah.
to like rescue the game for Iran. And he'd done the somersault and then backed out to the throw, so just done a somersault.
Yeah.
And then took 2 steps back and then took a dead short throw. It was hilarious. So the team name was a reference to that. It wasn't a pun.
Oh,
or anything
okay.
like that.
You didn't go old like the Quizzy Rascals or something.
No. Yeah, so the quiz is going fine.
Yeah.
We're not in the running really. So
You're not there for that, are you, Ryan?
No, we were there
Yeah,
for
the atmosphere.
Yeah, we were there
Yeah.
for Kamara.
We were there, yeah.
We were there for Kamara.
No other reason.
Yeah, he brought the people out in their droves, including us. So the quiz ends after about 3 hours.
Yeah, a team next to us were doing quite well, weren't they? On the benches behind us were doing quite well.
Okay.
But there was a lot of old like questions both from years ago
Yeah.
and modern questions, and
Yeah.
it was quite a varied range.
Yeah.
And there was about 6 or 7 of them, all varying between about 21 and about 55, 60. So they look like the type who would do well.
Across the board.
Yeah.
But they were quite rowdy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So when
Was
you,
the 60-year-old
well,
who was like,
getting
get
a-
your tits out, Chris?
no, when you were getting an answer right over, they were quite like,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Like
wanted
bellends.
to shout about it.
Brought their own vuvuzelas.
Oh God!
now I've said it. Is it Zuzuzela?
No, it's a vuvuzela.
It's a vuvu.
Vuvuzela, yeah.
I seen the look of panic on your face as you leapt into that comment.
When I heard
that was your first like football-based joke ever.
When I heard Vuvu, I had
that
no
was like-
idea where you was going.
That was like me driving. That just the look of panic.
In my mind, I'm going, it's not the golf they do that in, is it?
But this team who was sitting behind us were quite rowdy.
Okay.
They went for the name Inter Yanan, which it's supposedly a pun on Inter Milan, an Italian football team.
Yeah.
Which, it doesn't work.
It does not work.
Milad Mohammadi's throw-in's much better, I thought.
I mean, I'm not thrilled with that either, really. But nevertheless.
I would much rather be into Milan.
So the quiz ends. Chris Kamara. Oh, we could have called it Quiz Kamara. Oh, anyway.
If anyone's going to the quiz at a later date.
Oh, do you know what? Just get a moment of genius. So the quiz ends. Quiz Kamara is reading out the winners.
You know what? There was a look of genuine disappointment on Ryan's
No.
face then.
Like pure excitement.
Oh, I honestly can't believe that. So the quiz ends.
The thing is, though, if you did go to the quiz again, would it be all the same questions? Because it's on tour, I bet it would.
Potentially, because the production, what we were impressed by, it then ends up being a bit of a shambles, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because there was like asking questions, it was like multiple choice, and it was like a wrong option. Was like one of the options like wasn't on the app.
Oh,
so like,
no.
And Chris Kamara would read out like Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And like that wasn't an option on the app. It was like
no.
Paul
Everyone-
Ince or something like that.
Everyone would boo.
Everyone, yeah.
Especially that rowdy
Yeah,
table.
especially Inti and Ann. They were serious quizzes in this. They really wanted to win. So it reaches the end.
Yeah.
Chris Kamara reads out the winners.
Okay.
So he reads out the top 3 again.
Yeah.
Third place, can't remember the name. Second place, can't remember the name. First place, the winners.
Yeah.
Into your nan.
Of course it was.
The team behind us erupt. They literally, they go crazy. They were so overjoyed to be there and then to win. They lost their minds.
I think one of them was stood on a bench shouting, "Woo!"
No, he wasn't just shouting. He was shouting. He was going, "Fuck off!" Yeah. He was gesturing to the rest of the teams, shouting, "Fuck off!" repeatedly.
No,
he was like a 50-year-old, but acted like an idiot student.
Yeah.
Like
Unfortunately,
he
had a chambray shirt on, actually. Which,
sums up everyone who wears that type
it
of
might be a
shirt.
vision of what I'm going to become. But so
if we ever see him stand on top of a bench, Paul, we're dragging him down.
So as this man elatedly is shouting, "Fuck off,
Yeah.
fuck off" to everyone, right?
Yeah.
What they don't realise is another team has approached the podium. and
no.
another team is also called.
No.
Yeah, also called Into Your Nan.
Oh, it's a La La Land situation.
Yeah, so and this is like two young couples. who
Oh,
are there, right? So this
no.
is a very competitive quiz,
Yeah.
right? And so this team was like the Radi team had like 9 or 10 people on there, and these was like two sheepish couples, right?
Yeah.
They were both called Into Your Nan.
Oh, no.
As these guys behind us are going crazy, Chris Kamara is handing these people
my
£500.
Oh, it was fantastic.
I'm clenched in
Yeah,
this
and
story.
these people don't realise. And then they turn around and see another teamer on stage.
Oh,
and then they
no.
kind of like race up to the stage to try and confront them. But in these, I
we've got anarchy here.
feel like the young couples realised that they did not win this quiz.
No, definitely
Hold
not.
on.
Well-
the young couple didn't win.
No.
Well, but they got the money. Like they were also called in CNN.
Yeah, but can't he tell which?
Well, come on. We think what has happened is this young couple had obviously realised.
Yeah.
It was like a couple of couples, wasn't
Yeah,
it? There's
yeah.
like
Okay.
4 of them.
Yeah.
And they must have realised that, like, obviously we probably haven't won it yet.
Yeah, because there's a
Literally
massive
got
team
the
over
money, got off the stage and got out of the building as quickly as possible.
Yeah,
They dashed.
Oh, they dashed.
They dashed with the cash.
So
Yeah,
at the,
They dashed with the cash.
at the side of the stage,
Yeah,
after the botched presentation and the cash dash, there was a picture opportunity with Cammy.
Yeah.
So while the picture opportunity
No, I
was
don't
going
like calling
on,
him Cammy.
as the picture opportunity was going on with Chris Kamara then, Into Your Nan were causing an absolute riot.
Oh, no.
chaos. They were saying like they won the quiz,
Outraged.
yeah. And then but we could hear in what they were, because everyone
so
was standing,
close.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
No, we
guy-
weren't close. We went out of our way to be close.
Oh yeah. We seen something was occurring, and
you loomed.
Yeah.
we really wanted to be in on it. It's like, this is just amazing.
I don't feel like anyone else in the quiz knew what was going on though. I think it was
No.
only because we were so
Yeah,
close to the what should have been winners.
Yeah, to one of the Into Your Nans.
So
yeah.
what were they saying then?
So well, we had gone out of our way to see what was going on. So as we were stood there, absolutely laughing, like finding
Oh,
it.
you're basking in this situation.
Oh, this was one of the greatest quiz comedy moments ever. And then as the winners had dashed, people were still getting pictures with Kamara, not knowing what had gone on.
Yeah.
The actual winners were getting thrown out by a bouncer.
Yeah,
They were forcibly removed.
The rowdy man in the chambray shirt.
Yeah.
He was confronting the fella who organised the event at Camp of Fairness.
Oh, no.
And that guy was like, we literally don't know, like we can't really
Yeah,
do
we
anything
can't
about
tell.
it.
Yeah.
Because they just had both the same team
Yeah.
names.
Oh my
but
God.
The app just did what we initially thought was like this high quality thing. Hadn't really registered that there was 2 team names. I'm assuming they're probably a spelling. Yeah.
Yeah.
But and they weren't showing like the team
All the way through, so
yes,
no one else knew there was the
They
same
weren't showing
name.
the leaderboard. They weren't showing anything like that, so you couldn't keep up to date with what was actually going on.
Yeah.
I just love the idea that the rowdy man in the chambray shirt, he experienced the highest of highs, standing on a table, shouting "fuck off" to everyone after he just won, and then like literally within 10 minutes, he was getting escorted out of the Camp in Fairness, shouting, "We won the quiz!"
shouting "fuck off" still.
We're into me and Anne. We won the quiz. As he was getting pulled away by two like the biggest bouncers that you've ever seen. He was literally massive.
Yeah, he was huge, that man.
He was like comically big.
He felt like Russell Crowe in the Colosseum, didn't he? Oh, he was dining out on that moment. And now, the thing is, though, he is not going to stop talking about this.
Oh, he is going to dine out on that anecdote, isn't he?
Do you think he's going to... So, anyway...
The time he was scammed out of 500 quid by Chris Kamara. Oh, Chris Kamara?
Oh.
Can you come up with a few more puns with his name now, Ryan?
That's literally what I'm dedicating the rest of the episode to.
Now that the quiz is over, you can come up with... Are you all right there, Paul?
No, sorry. That was the first bad one, I think.
Oh...
So even though you didn't win, thrilled you went.
Oh, unbelievably thrilled.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we were standing outside waiting for our taxi,
yeah,
we seen like the group of fellas, didn't we?
Yeah.
The Inti and Anne that probably did win, but didn't get the money.
Yeah.
They were walking away in such a harumph. It was fantastic.
Lots of thrown arms.
Yeah. They're just not going to stop talking about that for weeks. Just seething.
Those couples don't know anything about football. You and I, sticking with the theme of going out, we went to the theatre this week, Ryan.
We did. You weren't offended for your Paul.
See,
did you want the empty gesture of an invitation?
I would have liked the empty gesture, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I know how you feel now, Steve. I skittered you before.
I know, it's harsh.
I actually take it back. I'm sorry.
Shall you and I go somewhere, Paul, and not invite Ryan?
Yeah.
I don't want the empty gesture.
Maybe we should record the next podcast without him.
Let's go to a craft beer bar, record the next podcast.
Oh, I'm all for that.
Yeah, absolutely not. I don't want this to be on air, to be honest. I'm legitimately horrified.
But yeah, so Ryan and I went to go and see. Shall we name it?
The Girl in the Train.
Why wouldn't you name it?
Yeah,
because there are other productions if anyone wants to watch them.
It's to be aired in the public.
Yeah, I know, but just because we're going to badmouth, I didn't know whether we should not.
Oh, you
necessarily.
badmouthing?
Well, I mean, now we've already said we're going to badmouth.
Well, we're badmouthing the production of The Girl on the Train.
So, yeah, Ryan and I went, and we were very excited.
We were.
Yeah, we enjoy the theatre.
Mm-hmm.
So, don't pull that face.
Yeah, this is something that I definitely wouldn't have enjoyed.
Particularly, Paul. So, Stephen's ticket was £30. My ticket was £10.
I didn't think we were going to go into this part of the story.
For the restricted view seats, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
So, it was a bit of a gamble. But so I arrived at my seat to find a pillar directly in front of my chair.
Directly ahead.
Which I was like, oh, I could do with that without that being there. But because of the pillar, as a result of this pillar, there was an unbelievable amount of legroom in front of me, which I thought was well worth it. I'd well sacrificed the view for the legroom.
If the production was as bad as you're making out as well, the pillar might have been a blessing in there as well.
Yeah,
well, it was.
I wish I had the pillar. Yeah, I've never seen anyone look more relaxed in the theatre than Ryan splayed out.
Oh yeah, I took a picture on the Huawei just because I was so impressed.
Which he'll no doubt post on the Instagram page.
Yes, I was going to lead to that actually.
At Dodging Death Podcast on Instagram.
Hopefully I can reach the cinnamon muffin levels.
Well, I can't imagine it because of the hashtags, Ryan. That cinnamon muffin was seen by people who liked baked goods. Mm-hmm. What hashtags are you going to put on your outstretched legs in the theatre? People are fans of Room.
Maybe a bit of a sarcastic one, like hashtag enjoying the view. And it's like it's a pillar in front.
But how many people are searching for that?
I don't know.
Well, like hashtag space.
Yeah, hashtag.
And people who are searching for space.
Yeah, but
will see Ryan's
fans
legs.
of Brian Cox are going to get onto this.
And they'd be more impressed by the legroom of the theatre than you will of, like, I don't know, Saturn.
Interesting fact about space.
Oh, I did not expect this.
Yeah, nor did I. There are more stars in the sky than there are grains of sand on Earth.
Oh, yeah. I knew that. I didn't know that.
I didn't.
Yeah. Well, do you find it interesting, Ryan?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh.
Yeah. All right, then. So we were at the theatre, and we were excited about the show.
We were.
We went in, stiff with anticipation. Mm-hmm. Especially Ryan when he saw that leg room. And, oh God, it was lackluster, wasn't it?
It was, unfortunately. So normally I just quite like just being in the theatre.
Oh, the atmosphere.
I like the atmosphere.
Oh, it's palpable.
The it was in the Playhouse as well, which is like an old school theatre. It's a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
In there,
And as a performer, Paul, I don't like to slag off other shows, but God, it was bad.
Yeah, well, I think you leaned over at some point and said something about the lighting, which was like a technical comment. that I didn't quite get, but thought, yeah, I'm going to repeat it. I nodded furiously.
Oh, very underwhelming lighting it was, Paul. Where's the creativity in this?
The music though was excellent.
Music was good.
Yeah, it was like an electronic music that was quite good.
Yeah,
So I enjoyed that.
But anyway, so the interval came, and we're scoffing, but we are going to see the second half. We thought we'd pop out during the interval because, in the words of Ryan, we do not want to pay theatre prices for water.
Which you agreed. This getting put on me.
Can you come and go from the theatre like that? Yeah. Can you leave the premises and then come back in?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Oh, is it not?
Yeah. So anyway, we step outside. Facing us.
Oh, it's like a mirage in the desert. It is. It's
there's a glow coming from a bakery, Paul.
Beckoning in. The Italian bakery.
I honestly think you could go to like the most remote part of the air, like turn up in like Syria and find the bakery, which is a cinnamon roll.
They were stacking the seats, so they were closing.
Oh,
up.
they were closing, shutting shop, Paul. But Ryan and I know this bakery has the best cannolis in the city.
Yeah, it was a mean cannoli.
Yeah. So we thought, let's try our luck here. We dart in. So, excuse me, is there any chance of a cannoli? Now, the guy behind the counter was thrilled.
Oh, he
to
was
see
delighted.
us.
Yeah, he couldn't believe that we travelled for the cannoli at like 9 at night or whatever time it was. But he loved it. He loved that we did it.
These are probably his only customers all day. Just glad to have conversation with someone.
So the cannolis are made to order. Takes some time. Mm-hmm. Then we buy some water. The thing is now, though, we have no time to eat the cannolis before the second half starts.
No. Oh.
Yeah. So we take them in.
We smuggled in the cannolis.
Can you do that though? Because
No.
there's the thing in the pictures, isn't there, where it's like a myth that you can't take your own food and drink into the pictures.
Well, yeah, but you're not supposed to eat during a live performance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Especially something as crunchy as a cannoli.
And I've seen you eat Ryan, and it's a messy affair. God help the person who had to clean up after you.
Yeah, that hard outer shell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Especially when there's like a serious monologue on stage and you hear Ryan crunching away. So what we thought we'd do is we'll smuggle. And then at opportune times, that's when we take our chance.
When the electronic music came on and the train came on stage. Oh, there's a loud bit. Opportune time for a crunch.
Didn't quite pan out that way, though, did it?
No, it didn't.
Because, unfortunately, the cannolis they were too alluring.
Yeah, when there's a cannoli, like, in between your leg.
With ready access.
Yeah, you just cannot stop thinking about it.
And I just want to point out the visual there of a singular cannoli tucked between your leg, Ryan.
Well, it wasn't quite that. It was the box was on the floor, in between my legs on the floor.
If he wasn't stiff before the cannoli, he was when it was between his legs.
Making some weird gesture with a cannoli.
Especially with like creamy white ricotta cheese.
Oh, God.
Anyway, and
they don't allow food in the theatre.
How much do you enjoy this show?
Wasn't he the lad shaking his head at the lighting?
So anyway, it got to a point where Ryan and I just thought, let's just
I
go for
cannot
this.
wait any longer. I need to have this cannoli.
And
it's all I'm thinking about.
So anyway, we're watching the show and my eyes are on the stage, Paul. Suddenly I hear Ryan's crunch. I'm like, this is now an invitation for me to start as well. Now, the people either side of us, God, we are getting some daggers.
There was also a very perceptive usher, wasn't there?
Oh,
So we
God,
had to be quite wary about her.
Yeah.
Because someone was on the phone in the first half.
Oh, and she was on it quickly.
Oh, she was on it so quickly.
Yes.
Yeah, and so
That's much ruder though than
Oh, yeah, especially because you can see the glow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like she's used to people being on the phones as well. I don't know how she'd react to.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. Are you like having baked goods?
Are you eating a cannoli there? Excuse me, sir. But you cannot have a cannoli during the show.
That'd be a great feature, that, by the way.
Oh, God, a cannoli-based
cannoli.
feature. I'd be all
cannoli,
about.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a world record how many cannolis you can eat in a minute.
Maybe. How many cannolis has someone ever ate in a theatre?
Maybe. We're the first people to ever eat a cannoli
Maybe
in the
we've
theatre.
got the world records.
If you know of anybody, email us hi@dodgingdeathpodcast.com. What have you eaten in the theatre?
What's the most random thing you've had in your mouth in the theatre?
Oh, I'm excited about these emails. So anyway, the cannoli was by far the highlight of our theatre going
cannoli
experience.
was, as always, excellent.
Yeah. However, the end of the show came, Paul.
Oh, God.
The audience don't stand, but it's quite polite applause.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what? It was tepid, the response.
Yeah.
And we're talking a Friday night crowd here as well, right? Yeah.
Couple of drinks and all that.
Absolutely. Yeah, the easiest of theatre-going crowds it is. So, yeah, lukewarm response. And then the main actress.
Do we say?
I feel at this point, it's very easy to piece together. The quickest of Google searches will reveal who the main actress is.
Who was it?
Samantha Womack. Ronnie from EastEnders.
No, I've never seen it.
Okay, well, it's your job to Google these things,
Yeah,
Paul.
Yeah, but all I'm going to do is look at a picture of her.
I feel like you will know
and
anyway.
then still say, "Oh, I don't recognise her."
Yeah, well, anyway, she hushed the audience. Yeah, she brought it to a halt and said, "Thank you for the response there, everybody. Could you also give another round of applause to these two people who've been sat in the front, talking and eating throughout the performance?"
Yeah.
Shut up. Was that you too?
No, it wasn't.
No.
Oh, my God.
We were towards the back. We were like right at the back.
Fortunately, there was a pillar in front of me, so she couldn't see.
So now the audience had to give some applause to two people.
It was so awkward.
It was like really cringy.
Yeah,
That's unprofessional by her as well, though.
You know
isn't it?
what? Actually really annoyed me this because the performance was not... It didn't go down well enough for her to have the authority to do this.
Yeah.
It got a good ooh from the crowd.
Yeah,
though.
it did. The audience were not on her side.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was mixed.
Do you think it was mixed?
I think it was mixed. I think some
I think people were just taken aback that she did it.
Yeah, I think some people were all for it. She was like, "Yeah, you tell him, Samantha.
Well...
It's exactly what Ronnie would do."
Well, anyway, if you have got tickets to go and see the show, to get you through it, do take some cannolis in with you.
And consume as much alcohol before as possible.
I'm going to take cannolis into any theatre show I go to now. I think it's going to become a constant thing.
Well, I mean, if you bring a cannoli into my show, I think I'd pull a Womack, I think.
I think you'd confiscate it and then actually have it backstage after the show.
You say backstage, I'll stop the show. Just like, sorry, everyone, I'm just going to eat this cannoli.
I'm going to make this cannoli disappear, everybody.
Actually, though, I am just going to eat it.
What's the first shit magic joke I've ever done? I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's taken 15 years for you to
I
say
know,
that.
yeah.
Terrible gag there.
Yeah, I apologise.
Yeah. So, how's your week been, fellas? Has there been anything happened?
No, not much. Went for tea on, it was dinner. On Saturday.
Okay. Anywhere fancy?
No, Frankie and Benny's.
Very unfancy.
Yeah, it's very standard. I had my nephew with me, so
Okay.
I didn't want to go to anywhere too fancy because he's like 10 months, so he just like picks his food up now as one bite. And then
He
throws it on
wouldn't
the floor.
appreciate any preview in restaurants, was he?
No.
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 I imagine he has a very similar eating technique to Ryan. You know what? He's probably a bit neater.
Shockingly, though, he likes more food than I do. So yeah, that's he's got a little bit. He had fish fingers. I turned my nose up on his fish fingers.
Don't have to shite there, Teddy.
I don't think I've been to a Frankenbenny's in years.
Yeah, no, it's not great. I prefer TGI Fridays to Frankenbenny's. I think they're quite similar in terms.
Yeah, I
of,
feel
like,
what you've gone. You haven't gone up or down. You've gone horizontal.
Yeah.
It's like you've done
Yeah.
that. Well, I don't know if they still do it. They used to have a weird thing of in the toilets in Frankenbenny's. There used to be like a Learn Italian CD playing.
Oh, that's good though.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I quite like that. I think it makes the situation more productive, doesn't it?
It's quite off-putting though as well when you're listening to some woman talk to you in Italian while trying to really show.
It is hard to have a piss in an erection, isn't it, Paul?
I think the atmosphere I think the atmosphere in a toilet is very important, because if it's just silent,
Do you like to have a bit of a rave in yours?
No, it just it matters the ambience, doesn't it?
You know what? It does actually, because if I'm going to a public toilet,
Yeah.
and I'm going to release the Kraken, I turn up my music really loud so that even though other people can hear it, I can't.
You can feign ignorance. No, but it makes everyone more comfortable and relaxed if it's deathly silent.
Yeah, I guess
and you
so.
are more self-conscious about the actual sounds that you're producing. Where if there's some nice background music on, then you can just you can be relaxed and you can release, you can let loose.
Yeah, I guess so.
I've heard
Also,
you fart, Ryan, and there's no way any background music is covering it.
you need like the Killers on in the background to drown him out. The thing is, though, you could time the releases to the beat.
Oh, I don't think I'm that talented. I haven't got the rhythm to do that. I think be heckled by the cubicle next to me. You're out of tune.
It'll be me.
Yeah. Not you, Paul.
Steve will be completely oblivious to everything that's going on.
In the Cloudwater Brewery toilets,
Yeah.
they have like
Always bring it back to craft beer, doesn't
Oh,
it,
yeah.
Paul? You know,
typically
you
I'm
give
gonna
them an
lead
inch.
Typically, I'm going to lead into a craft beer.
Of course.
Can this brewery serve alcohol? Tap water only.
Fortunately, they can. But they play like meditation music.
Do they?
Yeah, so to
Ooh.
like relax, and they encourage, if you go into the cubicle,
Yeah.
they encourage the sit down wee.
Is that right?
Yeah, there's actually
A sign
there's
suggesting it.
There's a sign to say sit down wee.
It's very comfortable, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean,
I'm a big fan.
I struggle to have a sit down wee without them pooing.
Well, you know,
It's difficult to zoom on.
that's not really.
I-
There's no downside to that. I don't think.
I agree. I think my body is thrown out of whack when I do the sit down. You think it thinks
thrown out of what?
out of what?
Oh, I think you said it throws out a whack.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Oh no! We use that terminology.
Apologies.
Yeah, I think I sit down, even though I just need a wee.
Yeah.
My body just assumes, he needs to
Yeah,
release
yeah.
the Kraken also.
It's
So yeah, because of the I don't know,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
position. So you
I
sort
hope
of,
your body doesn't think it now. Settle that, yeah.
I didn't want to say, guys. But
In the Japanese toilets.
oh,
It's been a few weeks since I
do you
mentioned
know what?
Japan, so
It has been. Actually.
I thought it was about time.
Yeah.
There's a plethora of buttons which I enjoy. One of which is to make bird sound.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not enough to disguise, though. Is it? That's too mellow.
Yeah, I think there's also like there's like a waterfall-y kind of noise, like a, you know.
We should maybe release like a bit of a spoiler for this podcast, not to listen to it while you're having your tea. Because we've now talked about poo for like 10-15 minutes.
You know what though? I feel like people have learned that by now.
If this is a strictly drive to and from work podcast.
Oh yeah. I actually think it's a Norwegian thing to have bird song in the background. I think so. Have I ever told you about the time I couldn't quite work out the buttons in the Japanese toilet?
I don't believe you have, which is a
It's
Japanese
unusual,
anecdote that you've not regaled, which is a strange one. So I look forward to it.
So it's lovely heated toilet seats, Paul.
Ooh.
It's delightful. And I was in a big shop, and I released the Kraken, and there are some buttons in which you press it, Paul, and there's like a whirring sound underneath you.
Ooh.
And an arm comes out, like in the basin, and it squirts between the crack and it gives you a wash. Like it's like a toilet fountain comes up.
A squirt gun.
Well, it's lovely and warm. And you can choose like how powerful you want it to be. So, you start off like gentle and then you like ramp it all the way up as like the most powerful.
Ease your way in. Break yourself in.
There's a gateway squirt and then you into the more hardcore stuff. I can't imagine. No, I think I'd be very nervous when I press the button.
Yeah.
And then I hear the mechanics start.
Yeah.
I think I'd be a moment like, oh shit. Not quite sure what's going to happen.
I seen one in Germany, which is nowhere near as high tech as yours, where you press the button and like I'm assuming it was clean paper come on like an arm, like you said.
Yeah.
And like the arm like goes around the toilet seat and cleans.
That's great.
Any leftover piss off.
Oh, that's
And then
really
it's
good.
clean for
That.
it to sit down, which I think is a good idea.
But I don't know why we haven't embraced these toilet advantages.
No, we're in the dark ages when
very
it comes to
much
toilet
so.
technology.
We might as well be shitting into a hole, man.
I know.
we haven't even adopted the bidet yet, have we?
No,
in this country, so
no.
We're years behind.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm sitting on the toilet in Japan.
Eating a cannoli with the music on.
If only. The cannoli improves every situation, including that.
So the squirting is commencing. And it's great. You feel so cleansed,
But I feel like when all this is happening, like you're just very straight-faced. It's quite hilarious.
No, I'm not straight-faced. I'm shaming my hips, my hands out in the air, like I'm at a festival. So anyway, this is the first time I juiced it. And after like 15, 20 seconds, it's still going. I'm like, surely it should have stopped by now. So I carry on sitting there. Like 20 seconds later, I'm like, this is too long at this point. I am clean. So I thought maybe the seat is like pressure activated. So when I stand, that will make it stop. Well, I stand, Paul. It does not stop. So I'm turned to this like monitor and I'm punching all the buttons and nothing's happening.
Where's the water going now? Other than up your crack?
Well, no. Now it's just like squirting up in the toilet. But this is what I hadn't realised, Paul. As I'm, distracted with all the buttons, the water is flying up out of the toilet, coming back down and into my underpants, which are by my ankle. Yeah, this is totally unbeknownst to me.
Oh, that's an absolute disaster.
Yeah. So eventually, I'm able to stop the water and the arm retracts back in. I dry off. The toilet flushes. Again, I'm unaware. I pull my pants up and suddenly I'm like sopping wet down there.
It's bad enough whenever you do the dishes whilst wearing a long sleeve t-shirt and the sleeve gets wet. Like that's a terrible feeling. I can't imagine how bad that feeling is.
No, this is like, because you can imagine my moment of absolute horror. Yeah. So I then had to go out of the toilets in the shop, buy underpants, go back in and get changed.
What did you do with the soaking wet pair of underpants?
I popped them in the bin. Yeah, the bin in the toilet, yeah. So I feel like we definitely should embrace this, but maybe just have less options.
Yeah.
It can't be complicated.
Or
No.
maybe English instructions.
That would have helped.
Chinese.
Yeah, well,
Japanese.
Japanese. Yeah.
But like picture diagrams.
Well, I'll show you the photo. I'll upload it to the Instagram.
Oh,
There are 3. But in all there are maybe 16 buttons, so
a picture diagram can be quite confusing as well, can't it?
yeah, it can. Can.
What were the 16 options? Obviously, we know that there was the squirt.
Well, so there's
Was it like a stick man hovering over the toilet on them?
there is, let's see, there was one that made the bird sound.
Yeah.
There were options to make the water pressure stronger and weaker. There was one that like humidified the air, made it like not smell.
Oh.
Honestly, it was a whole range of options.
Like the aeroplane seat. It absorbs the smell.
What?
Well, I was told the fact, and if I don't know if it's like one of Ryan's dodgy facts.
I would imagine so.
My
that
facts aren't dodgy,
that
by the way.
when you fart on an aeroplane seat, there's something in the seat that grabs the smell and doesn't let it escape.
I don't think that's true.
But having said that, though, I have never smelt a fart on an airplane.
I'm going to Google it.
You know what? Now you've said it, nor have I.
So
Yeah.
there might be something in this.
Maybe there is some legs to it.
What
Yeah.
could I do? Airplane.
Do
seats,
aeroplane.
catch farts.
Oh dear.
Oh,
I've actually found here there are patents out there that want to bring in a fart absorbing seat. So on a science journal, it talks about how it's an embarrassing issue. And it says, to avoid this problem, we humbly propose that active charcoal should be embedded into the seat cushion, since this material is able to neutralise the odour. Moreover, active charcoal may be used in trousers and blankets to emphasise the effect. Oh God, so these are looking to expand from plain seats to charcoal pants.
Well, I know someone who bought flatulence pants. And they've got charcoal in them to like as the gust goes through, it like diffuses the smell.
oh, what an invention.
I
How
know.
does charcoal diffuse smell?
I don't know, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, who's discovered that?
You're just farting into a fire.
That's quite dangerous, actually. we don't advocate that behaviour on
Don't try
Dodging
this
Death.
at home.
Farting into a fire is dangerous.
Yeah, but
I think it's more of a. Is that not like something off The Simpsons?
Yeah, I don't think that. What's it gonna?
I thought it was like fan the flame.
Are you thinking like toxic gas coming out?
Yeah, I thought it would like like when you spray like a deodorant into a fire, it like.
Yeah, but my fart's not like a deodorant, or none of the listeners. I don't
That's
imagine.
like mine. I
I feel
If
like that
anyone
might need
does try
medical
it-
attention, that, Ryan.
If anyone does try it and wants to video it and email it us, it will be posted at Dodging Death.
Again,
If
we're
we could
not
just say,
advocating.
yes, do not try it, anybody.
If you want to. We don't advocate it, but if you would like to try it.
Again,
No,
do
it's
not
leading
try
this,
it. Can we turn down his mic? Can we turn it down? Shall we try the feature, Ryan?
We shall.
This is your feature this time.
It is.
You've,
I am hosting.
and have you got a name for it?
I have.
Tell us about the game first.
So on Dodging Death, a favourite of ours is a certain Nick Knowles.
Oh God, friend of the show.
So I thought I'd test your knowledge out on how well you actually know Nick Knowles
Okay.
in a feature I had to call Know Your Knowles.
Oh, very good.
So the idea
You
is
seem less impressed by that, Paul.
I feel like I haven't got much Nick Knowles knowledge, so.
well, Paul, how's your Beyonce knowledge?
Yeah,
Are we comparing Knowleses?
We are. Oh, that's where I'm going with this. Beyonce, I think she's still called Beyonce Knowles.
Well, I feel like at this point it's just Beyonce, isn't it?
to you, it's
Yeah,
Beyonce
she's married
anyway.
to Jay-Z now, isn't she? But I think she's still Beyonce Knowles.
I didn't quite register what you said there, Paul, and then
So the format of the game
Okay, go on.
is I read out two quotes.
Yeah.
One of them is from Nick Knowles.
Yeah.
One of them is from Beyonce Knowles.
Oh, this is a good game, this.
You've got to identify which Knowles said which.
Oh, I tell you, I really like this concept.
It's a
How
idea.
well do you know your Knowles?
I think you probably really cherry-picked these quotes, and it's going to be rather difficult, actually.
I have. The effort's gone into them. It's formatted. I like a themed round, don't I?
I don't
So
imagine the
it's,
first quote's going to be like, if you like it, put a ring on it. I mean, like, I could get involved if that was. Because that is definitely something Nick would say.
I'm very excited about this.
as you should be.
Yeah.
So here we go with Know Your Knowles.
Know Your Knowles.
Right, round one. Is this Nick or Beyonce Knowles?
Okay.
My relationships have pretty much followed a pattern. They last 6 months and start off with me explaining that I work a lot, so I'll have commitment issues. Is that Nick or Beyonce Knowles?
Well, I feel like it depends how long ago this quote was, because how long has she been married to Jay-Z?
She's been with him a long time, I think.
Yeah, so...
I also imagine, though, Beyonce works harder than Nick Knowles.
Beyonce works substantially harder than Nick Knowles.
Have you seen some of the DIY work Nick Knowles has done, Paul?
Thank God he's got those 50 fellas to do it for him. I think they've been together too long that she's not concerned with.
Is Nick Knowles not in a relationship? Do we know? Because he's
Oh.
older, so he might be 30, 40 years married.
He might well be, Paul. He might well be.
Now, I think Nick Knowles' relationships have been on the rocks. I think he's at up and down in his relationships.
career.
Yeah.
Oh, his career's been
Flourishing,
flourishing.
yeah.
Apart from the tuberculosis that he got.
Oh, yeah.
That was a low.
And I'm a celebrity was a bit of a low point as well. But other than that, flourishing, Paul. You'll be on Girl on the Train next. So, okay, I'm going to guess. Do we do it together?
Well, I'd say work as a team.
Okay, in that case, I think that is probably Nick.
I think that's Nick.
Nick?
Yeah.
Do you think it's Nick?
Is Nick correct?
It is correct.
Oh,
That is Nick
yeah.
Knowles.
Nick Knowles.
Whose relationships are renowned for being a bit tumultuous.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's a bit of a Lothario with how he moves on from relationship to relationship, apparently, old Nicholas Knowles.
I feel like we get all these three right. I'm going to celebrate like in the quiz last night. Start swearing down the mic.
Yeah, and then you get dragged out by a big bouncer.
A young couple walks in and takes the prize.
We won the quiz.
Okay, should we go for round two?
Here we go, round two. This is Knowles on food. The great thing about McDonald's is that they have a lot of different things on the menu. I love their salads.
All right, this can't be Beyonce.
Oh no, I think it would be.
Do you?
Yeah.
Beyonce under the golden arches, Paul.
Yeah, I do.
No.
American. She's American, isn't she? And,
Yeah,
and
but-
like McDonald's is obviously massive in America.
No, it is, but I think McDonald's. This person's trying to be like a man or woman of the people.
No.
I feel that's Knowles. Beyonce.
I think it's
isn't.
Beyonce. I think she's often on tour. She often eats a bit of fast food.
No,
I'm
And I
going
think
to
she
have to
likes-
push you here, fellas.
I think she wants to,
we're live here.
when she wants to grab a snack. She's happy to have a
she's
salad.
Beyonce. She's got her own chef.
You go what you want to go for?
He might be dressed as a clown. I don't want to lead you anyway. That's not the job of the host.
Okay, do we have to agree?
I think you just have to go for one. Yeah, you just have to have a final answer.
Go on, you go.
Just have
You're
to.
the
No.
you're Mr. Podcast. So. My name's not even on the advertisement
Yeah,
for this thing either.
that's
so.
true. Yeah, and
You just given him a new name there, Paul, Mr. Podcast.
that'll be my new Instagram handle. There. Yeah, you become a staple of the show, so Paul. So you should be in the advert somewhere. But and we can discuss this off air. Okay, if we have to do it together.
Used to.
I'm pretty sure it's Beyonce.
I mean, I just don't think with her body, she's not.
But it's a salad.
It's the
Yeah, but-
salads.
So she's getting
Okay, fine. Let's do Beyonce.
whoever's wrong pays for the other one's food after
Tonight.
After this podcast.
Done.
Go on.
Oh wow,
Done.
Oh, I didn't expect the stakes to go so high.
We
are
are
we
either
go-
going to
Are
McDonald's
we going to test
or
out
Bill and
McDonald's
Carter.
salad?
The correct answer.
Go on. What have we gone for actually?
I've gone for Beyonce. You're
Beyonce?
yeah.
No. Okay, we'll choose Beyonce.
Okay, you're going for Beyonce.
We're choosing Beyonce.
Well, thank God you went with Paul. It was Beyonce.
Fuck off.
Paul, the bouncer's on his way.
Yeah, I thought it would be.
I can't see Beyonce waltzing into McDonald's.
I think
using the touchscreen system.
I think though Knowles could be
waiting
like,
for a number to be called.
No, I think when people are rich like that and like eat out at like 5-star restaurants every night and have personal chefs, I think they enjoy just going and grabbing a quick cheeky
salad.
salad.
So-
Not cheeseburger.
Yeah, but Knowles is frequenting the 5-star dining establishments as well.
Oh,
I
no,
don't like
no,
the way you're undermining
not in the
Knowles
way
in
of
this.
Beyonce.
Come on, he's not in the same league as
No.
Queen Bee.
Yeah. You didn't see Nick Knowles' retreat on ITV2.
He's hardly.
That was better than anything Beyonce ever did.
I'm still skeptical. I think one of her staff have written that tweet. I don't think
It
she
does
has.
sound very managed, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 100% believing it.
Oh.
Well, you were correct. It was good that you went with Paul on that one.
Okay, fine. I'll pay for wherever the food is, Paul. Very begrudge. I'm going to grumble all the way through this meal. Is there a third round?
Yeah, we've reached segment 3, which I like to call positive null models.
Oh.
It's all about positivity.
I hope your boss in work doesn't listen because he's going to find out why the afternoon tea content is massively down this week.
Here we go with the quote. When I'm not feeling my best, I ask myself, what are you going to do about it? I use the negativity to fuel the transformation into a better me.
I think that's Nick.
I also thought it was Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beyonce does not feel down ever.
No.
Really? But maybe it's just a feeling, and she asks herself, what are you going to do about it? and then she uses that negativity to fuel the transformation into a better Beyonce.
Are you just rereading the quote?
I am, yeah. I am.
No, I think I'm as confident as that's Nick as I was with Beyonce before.
Well, purely because you were right before, I'm going to go along with it.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
so you go Nick.
Nick?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That was Beyonce.
Oh,
Queen
no.
Bee has bad days.
She doesn't have bad days.
Nick Knowles doesn't have bad days.
Knowles
Every day's a bad day for Nick Knowles.
when he puts a shelf up, realise it's ski with. Oh, God.
We got a spirit level.
Well, after the highs of Knowles on food,
Yeah.
positive Knoll models has ended in a bit of a
Yeah, it
bit of a
has.
crushing blow.
It has.
You got 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
It's
Yeah.
got 3 ain't bad, and it's enough to
You
unlock
should,
the bonus round.
Oh.
I imagine if we got none out of 3, we would have still unlocked the bonus round. So
I'd written the bonus round, so it was getting played no matter what. This one is just general Knowles quotes.
Okay, just before you carry on, I do want to interject, because you said 2 out of 3 ain't bad, and we've spoke with McDonald's. Meatloaf, famous for the song you've just mentioned.
Yeah.
Apparently, during his concert, he has 6 Big Macs during the gig. Like, literally
Whilst on stage?
Literally on stage has 6
Jesus
Big Macs.
Christ.
Oh.
Yeah.
Donald Trump's a big McDonald's eater as well, isn't he? Like,
Yeah,
like,
Yeah, he
binges
is.
on
He's not
McDonald's.
going for the Beyonce salad, though.
Do
is he?
you know why he has McDonald's?
No.
Go on.
It's because he's concerned that his food could be poisoned.
Oh yeah.
It's
So-
Yeah, but surely, you know.
no, because it's made such a.
It's like random, isn't it? Like so
Such-
anyone could
Oh,
get that.
yeah,
yeah,
burger.
he trusts it.
Maybe he should just stop being a knob. People wouldn't want to poison him. Anyway, the bonus round.
The bonus round, Knowles on life. So in this round, a little bit different. I'm going to give you 2 quotes.
This is
Okay.
like a general knowledge round.
Oh! How did you miss that, Ryan?
I had that joke planned, Paul, but thanks for leaping into him. Why not? I'm not even bothered that you got in this round where I've said loads of good Nick Knowles puns, and then
I feel like that was the highlight, that
you
Paul.
left him with that one. I know it's fine.
General
it's fine.
knowledge.
No, I
Excellent
think we should
there.
focus on Knoll mates.
No,
and
general knowledge
positive
will
Knoll
also be
models
the
and know your
title of
Knowles.
this week's episode.
Do you know what? I think I might just end this now. I think I'm done with Know Your Knowles. I'm gonna walk off. Chris Tarrant never had to put up with this.
Even when Charles Ingram was on. Okay.
The bonus round is a little bit different,
Right.
as bonus round should be.
Yeah.
I'm going to provide.
Did you learn this from the quiz yesterday with Chris?
In the bonus round, I'm going to provide you with 2 quotes.
Okay.
One of them is from Nicholas Knowles.
Yep.
The other is from Beyonce.
Okay.
You've got to identify which is which.
Okay.
Ooh.
Sounds very similar to
Exactly.
the other rounds.
But there's 2 quotes.
Okay.
So you've got to say which is Nick, which is Beyonce.
Oh, so A
Got
is
it.
Nick, B is Beyonce.
Okay,
Or
okay.
vice
Exactly.
versa.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm pleased we clarified
Yeah.
there.
Quote A.
Yeah.
I don't think you're ready for this jelly. Quote B. Who put these shelves up? Which is Nick? Which is Beyonce? Difficult bonus round.
It is. Well, Nick's body is bootylicious.
It is. He's famously bootylicious, Knowles.
And Jay-Z is not known for his DIY work. So I imagine Beyonce has to do the majority of it. in the
Yeah,
house.
and she'd be furious about that.
Yeah, that's it. She comes in with a chicken select meal. Okay, so I'm gonna let you make the call here, Paul.
I'm going to go. So A was...
I don't think you're ready for this jelly.
I'm going to take a stab and go with that's Beyonce.
Oh,
But it's a very
Controversial.
unconfident,
Okay, so you're
Opinion.
going A Beyonce, B Nick.
yeah.
B, Nick.
You are correct. Congratulations.
And for the listeners' sake, we've got confetti in the booth.
Oh
now.
yeah, Nick Knowles is on his way in. I emailed Beyonce, but she hasn't got back.
That was a good game, that Ryan.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I was
liked
happy
it.
with that one.
Yeah, and Paul, great punnage as well.
Thank
there.
you
That
very
was-
much.
And
I
had the general knowledge pun planned.
Oh, whatever you say.
That was-
So anyway, I didn't ask you how your week was, Ryan. We got to Paul with his... the most exciting part of the week was going to Frankie and Benny's. How was yours, Ryan?
My week has been fine. Obviously, the quiz was a highlight.
Yeah.
Not so much the quiz, more the end of the quiz.
Oh, the end of the quiz. The quiz was fine. The end of the quiz, the rowdy man in the chambray shirt getting dragged away. Oh, unbelievable. But more unbelievable than that.
More unbelievable than chambray shirts.
Yeah, more unbelievable than that.
Yeah.
I was at the Liverpool game.
Okay. Again, this doesn't sound unbelievable to me.
And I was dick flicked by Robbie Fowler.
I've never been more impressed in the story.
I should say the fan, not the ex-player. Yeah,
I was thinking the ex-player then.
Yeah, no. Robbie Fowler, the Liverpool legend, did not dick flick me. However, there's a guy who sits round by me whose name is Robbie Fowler.
Oh, does he like that to be known?
Oh, he absolutely loves that fact. Yeah,
Oh,
the amount
I'm
of time
sure.
he displays that member's card
Oh,
to say that
God.
his name is Robbie Fowler, and you're like, who else is called that? a certain number 9 in the 90s. Yeah, but the game was going on, and he was sitting in front of me.
Yeah. Fake Robbie Fowler.
Fake Robbie Fowler was sitting in front of me.
Yeah.
And me and my brother who went the game, we're discussing the game.
Yeah.
And I think I'm criticising a player.
Okay.
And then this player pulls it out of the bag and he scores a goal.
Oh.
Yeah, so Robbie Fowler then turns around and gestures towards me.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, look what he's just done. But he backhands. Like, he throws the back of his hands towards me, but he's not quite realised that
Close proximity.
the close proximity and the fact that he's on like a row underneath
Yeah,
me.
of course, it's tiered.
Yeah, he doesn't. So where he is, like positioned, he throws his hand towards the penis, and catches me like exactly in like the sensitive point. I completely like jerk back, so it's quite obvious what he's done. And then we both share this look where he's just realised that he's dick flicked me, and I know I've just been dick flicked in the match, and then he kind of just goes and turns around without saying anything.
No, how could he ever recover from that?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
what
yeah.
he
Could
could
he have
say?
said?
Like, feels quite big.
Oh, that would have been a compliment, wouldn't it? I celebrated that more than the goal.
Got it out. Way. At the windmilling.
I mean, hell of a celebration there for the goal, isn't it?
Had to get escorted out by the stewards. I won the quiz. I'm into me nan.
I would not say I'm into me now while windmilling your
I
penis.
know, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like some crazy deviant locked up.
Do you think when you see him in the next match, there's going to be a bit of awkwardness?
Oh, I imagine so. There's never a moment you forget, is it?
No,
You don't forget a dick flick.
I hope there's awkwardness and not like a mutual enjoyment. Like, he might walk in and just like wink at you.
It'd be a regular thing.
Oh
No,
God,
yeah.
I hope not.
I get-
I'll never enjoy a Liverpool goal again.
It might turn into like a cupping. And then the next thing he's on his knees.
Jesus.
He's like, can you just cough for me?
It all started with a dick flick.
That could be the title of your book.
Yeah.
I'd buy it. Well, we should probably wrap this up, fellas. We do end on a fact, though.
Okay.
So I assume you two have prepared your fact this week.
I've already given mine about plane seats.
Yeah, but I feel you say that, Paul. I don't think you came with that fact bank as the end of the show fact.
You've never told me to come with a fact.
Paul,
It's the Discover of Steve feature.
Yeah.
I keep trying to shoehorn that in, but it
doesn't really work.
it's never getting taken off, really. Is it that?
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to give you a few moments to
Okay.
research a fact here. I'll start with mine. Did you know, in New York, the murder rate goes down when it's a rainy day?
Oh,
Yeah?
what the hell?
So I feel like any potential murderers must look out the window and go, a bit grey today, innit?
Look at
If that person's day isn't bad enough, the weather's already shit, and I'm going to kill them.
I also feel like it fits in with the show quite well, because if you want to dodge death in the city, if you're in Manhattan,
yeah.
just only go out when it's sunny.
They go out when it's rainy.
Oh God! Stay
Ignore
indoors.
that.
Yeah. Stay very much indoors and it's sunny. Have you got a fact, Ryan?
Okay, I've got a fact. Well, Mine was a discovery.
You're looking into the distance there, concerns me.
Mine was a discovery.
Go on.
That then I researched and then found out that it wasn't true.
Oh,
but I
okay.
feel like it's an interesting point to make in this feature anyway.
So, what you're going to tell us is not a fact.
So I discovered something new, and then I discovered that was actually untrue.
Oh, well, okay, tell us what it is, and we'll see.
Do you know the game I Spy?
Yes.
Well, someone messaged me that they were playing that game, and then
Did you get a message from 2001?
They spelt it.
You know what? Even 2001 seems a bit too late. For
Yeah,
I Spy.
it does. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was a bizarre text.
Yeah,
I didn't
okay.
expect to receive it.
Did it come through on your pager?
Anyway, I Spy.
Was it from Rick Astley?
I Spy, but the I wasn't spelt as the letter I. It was spelt as EYE. So I was thinking, is the game spelt EYE Spy? And it's like it's a double meaning.
Oh.
Oh.
What if you were to type I Spy in the game? Would you have spelt it
You
with
know
the
what?
letter I or as the?
I think I would have typed I as in I.
As in EYE?
Yeah, like, no.
as in the letter I.
I am looking at...
Yeah.
You know
Because
what?
that's what the game is.
No, it is.
It's
I wonder whether I put EYE hyphen spy.
Would you?
Potentially, yeah.
Oh, you gave it a proper name.
Yeah.
It's the correct name is I as in the letter.
Oh.
Letter I space SPY.
Okay.
So that was my discovery of the week.
Well, all right.
I think that counts.
No, that's probably quite interesting.
I
That
just fueled a little bit of
yeah, it
30
has.
seconds of interesting
It has.
conversation.
And you know what? What's quite difficult though, now that you've told me how it's spelt, I can't work out how I would have spelt it. Because it's something I've never written down. It's rare to find something that you've never wrtten down, actually.
Yeah, I Spy is one of those things that's very rarely written.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's exclusively a vocal game, isn't it? I feel like Paul really hasn't listened to the previous few minutes because he's been Googling the entire time. Have you got a fact for us, Paul?
I have many. I'm on...
You say you've got many.
I'm on a fact page on Twitter. And I don't know how many of them are real and how many of them are...
We can't be going to fake news territory.
I mean, you nearly did with a I Spy fact.
Oh, no, I did.
Had you not have researched
Thank
it beforehand,
God,
yeah?
It still might be wrong as well, that.
Maybe. I'm still standing by EYE hyphen spy. We might have to do some more prior research before we start recording.
Yeah, I'll come prepared with a fact next time.
Yeah,
I
okay.
promise. And I'll verify it.
I feel like it's
obviously-
verifiable.
It's verified. That'll be the
Verify.
fact. That'll be the fact of the week.
I will verify it. So, during Ramadan,
Yeah?
obviously Muslims can't eat during hours of daylight.
Yeah?
Yes, that's not the fact, but
Okay.
that is a fact.
That is
It's
a
a
fact.
fact, yeah.
Another
It's
fact.
yours to be a fact within a fact, Paul.
Another fact. There's going to be a fact within a fact.
Inception
within a fact.
facts.
The Burj Khalifa is the tallest building in the world in Dubai.
Okay.
So, the Burj Khalifa is so tall that residents above the 80th floor have to wait 2 to 3 minutes longer to end their Ramadan.
Wow.
Because they are so high, they see the sunlight for 2 to 3 minutes longer than those on the ground floor.
that would be an annoying wait, wouldn't it, as well? I'm absolutely starving.
So there you go. It's a
I'll tell you,
fantastic fact.
When you started this fact, I was stiff with stress. But it's actually really good.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, no, that's a great fact.
That's a
that.
good one, man.
Completely unsure if it's true, but
Yeah,
it
but
sounds good.
yeah, it
And it
does.
also sounds quite realistic.
It
as
sounds
well.
more feasible.
It does,
Yeah.
yeah. I've bought it anyway.
I will come more prepared next time. I will
yeah.
double check.
I feel like Ryan put so much work into Know Your Knowles that he went, just give them the I Spy fact.
I think everyone will love the I Spy fact.
I think he
No
played
one
that today in work. After he'd finished his research. I just went to Greg. Hey, Greg, how would you spell I Spy?
Right, we should wrap this up, fellas. Good to see you both.
Pleasure as always.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to my tea paid for by you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, suddenly I'm not hungry.
One of the perils of Know Your Knowles.
And we are also safe tonight because Ryan isn't driving.
Oh, yeah. Have you driven since our previous recording, Ryan?
I have. I drove to the gym.
When?
The classic route that I know.
Are we talking a singular occasion?
It was a singular occasion.
Okay.
But the drive went well.
Oh, well, okay, fine. Me and Paul went in the car, so we can't verify this. But
Verified.
All your techniques that you taught me, I applied them magnificently.
I don't think you did.
I reckon they went out the window.
Magnificently.
Right. Follow us on Instagram. It is at Dodging Death Podcast. And you can also email us. It's hi@dodgingdeathpodcast.com. Fellas, I will see you next week.
See you next week.
Follow us on Instagram at Dodging Death Podcast.